Another trade-in, a once common brand that we see less and less, the Hayden SuperVac. And this machine is from probably 25 years ago. This was originally sold as an Airstream in Canada until Ted Hayden bought Airstream and made the Airstream unit into a Hayden. There were always several different models. I think the 3000, the 6000, and the 9000, which was also called the SuperVac Premier. And of course, they had the full line of hose and tool sets with the Panasonic Kenmore type power head and usually a wire reinforced hose. Kind of heavy, not my favorite. But on these units, of course, you would take the bucket off and empty it. You have this baffle, this cone, which also constitutes your seal between the bucket and the housing. So this needs to be here. And then you had a cartridge filter in there. On older machines, it was just a push and turn. On this one, which I guess you call a newer one, that unscrews, which is a more durable design. Now, these filters are not available anymore. You can get a foam filter that'll fit in here, but the cartridge filters are no longer. So if you have one of these, take care of it. This does need to be cleaned, and it doesn't need to be clean enough to eat off of. You just want the cake of dust to get out of the pleats. And so you can carefully do that, or you can take another vacuum and vacuum the pleats, take an old brush and brush them out, take an air compressor and blow it out. Contrary to what this says, I don't think I would recommend washing it, because over time that does start to degrade the material, and also then you have to let it dry before you put it back in. So I would say dry clean it, and as long as these pleats are not caked with material, this thing will work perfectly. And the most important thing is to never run the machine without this filter in place, because besides this filter, there is nothing stopping debris from getting up into the motor, which is right up there, and that will ruin it. So always have the filter in. Another interesting thing about this machine, I actually had to change the board on this particular unit, I don't know, about 5 years ago. And this originally had a circuit board that incorporated something called Vactrack, and that was a timer built in. And every so often, let's say every 15 hours of operation, it would flash this light, which is here. And that flashing light was supposed to remind you to check the filter. And it didn't know whether the filter was dirty or not. It was just a reminder light. And I always thought that was a little hokey, because, okay, if you're down here looking at your vacuum, just look inside it and see what's in there. The other thing this Vactrack would do is, after hundreds of hours, it would change from green to amber and then finally to red, indicating the need for motor service. Well, that was supposed to approximate the wear on the carbon brushes. And so red was supposed to be your brushes are really worn out and they need to be changed, and you could theoretically extend the life of your motor if you catch them in time. Well, I've serviced a lot of these where the light was red and the motor brushes were not all that worn. And I've also serviced these where, yes, the motor had burned out. We replaced the motor, but there was still no way to reset that light and make it go back to green. To get rid of the flashing light, you can unplug the unit, and then you do the things that it's telling you to do, and then you plug it back in, you power cycle it, and that resets it. But there was no way to get it to go from amber or red back to green, even if you had a brand new motor. So to me, it's kind of it's a useless feature. And in fact, when we replaced the board, we just used a standard universal mount central vac circuit board. It no longer had Vactrack, and it was all the simpler and more reliable because of it. In fact, that board had burned out because I think those boards, being that much more complicated, were that much more failure prone than the simple universal boards, which just incorporate a transformer and a relay. Last note about this unit. See how I wrote here, keep top of unit clear? Well, on the top of this vacuum is the cooling air intake, and that's kind of where they all are. but this doesn't have any protection against setting a cardboard box or a piece of paper, and oftentimes I'll see the owner's manual sitting right here blocking the intake. So some of your more thoughtful design machines would have like almost a little top hat that would go over this and protect that motor intake, but this one sadly did not. So just something to look out for. Fortunately, these Haydens were installed with industry standard tubing and fittings. They use the standard activation system, so you can fit a new unit right in place of one of these, use the same piping, same wiring, same inlets, same hose, same tools. And that is something that we offer in the Chicagoland area, as well as service to these units. So if we can help you, please reach out, drop a comment, and as always, thanks for watching and happy vacuuming.